you say
introduce myself.
you have a type. Just like you have a type. You have a weird type, JPEG. This might be a small spoiler, but there's a spin-off game that we probably aren't gonna play, but where Toko is one of the main characters, and she's so good in it.
Oh.
So good. It's the one with the meme that Simple kept on spamming.
The Monokuma ball.
That's that game.
Isn't the Monokuma ball from when Chihiro's, match? Computer.
No. Look at the GIF I put in GGP shell. Look at that Monokuma ball. Or sorry, ball Monokuma. Ball Monokuma.
Oh.
See, look. If you look at the left, you see Toko. It's great.
I can see it. He's
Wow,
so big.
low quality like Toko occupying 4 pixels.
It's more than 4.
Mm-hmm.
See Toko.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. I think the only reason I like Toko is because she reminds me of one of our old classmates.
I was really hoping that wouldn't be the answer, but okay.
It's funny.
I remember you making the connection, but I thought, oh, okay, that's just like an additional thing. It's not the entire basis of why she's his favorite character, right? Right?
It's cool because she has like scissors. She can like fuck you up. It's cool.
Oh,
stop motion Harry, welcome to the stream.
welcome to the stream, stop motion Harry.
All right.
Welcome to the stream.
You can raise the. By the way, are you using your laptop or your PC, Dan?
My PC.
I was gonna say you can raise the bitrate, but it probably already is raised. How are you? You're doing
It's already
well.
been raised. Wait, I think. Let me check.
Shaw got a
How
camera.
dare you
Daniel
guys be in a
got.
good mood? How dare you?
Oh, geez.
Daniel got a bathroom tier list, and I got food.
Oh, this is still stuck at. Okay, let's put this at 2,500. How about that?
Oh, someone has a.
Today we're dining.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'll mute.
Classy. Stop
don't
motion
know
Harry
why
says,
I was
"How are you?"
recommended
I don't
this.
know why I was recommended this. We're doing great. We're about to continue the last case of Greatest Attorney 2.
Yeah.
I'm glad the algorithm was favored us today.
Maybe they like Sashiro Jigoku. That's
Yeah.
why.
Let's go.
All right, let's go, friends.
Just to make sure you guys can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Shaw, you there?
It was embarrassing when my audio wasn't like perfect.
I'm here. I'm just gonna mute because of my dad is Lonnie.
I hope now that we have a viewer. It's noisy. What the frick? Okay, it's fine.
It's not me. It's my papa.
That's fine.
Blame
It's
him,
not
not me.
That's not that bad. Daniel has you really low anyway. It's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it.
No, I
He
don't.
always shuts me up anyway.
No, I don't.
so
You're
what's the
at 200%.
difference?
That is not low. I respected
you're
your
low.
wishes.
I
I'm
just
low.
watched Ace
Okay,
Attorney a
erase
couple
me.
weeks ago.
Like the anime
Nice.
or
The anime or like the game?
like a playthrough of it. And are you familiar with the Great Ace Attorney?
Yeah, we're doing the last case. So.
Yeah.
Spoilers galore.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like once you click a
You
button,
warned.
there'll be a big spoiler on the left side.
Oh.
I never America.
actually, right now it's a massive spoiler. Oh no! Before I begin today, I have a brief announcement. As with the
Okay.
closed trial 10 years ago, some astonishing facts have come to light in these proceedings. Someone has been doing it out the window. The revelation that the
placing the blame
well-known
on someone else.
Reaper is actually an organization illegally executing its own brand of justice. RT game, nice, that's very good. And the discovery that respected yard inspector was at its heart until he himself perished in an assassination plot. All rise! Well, I say to all the members of the judiciary here present on this occasion,
You know, everyone is always rising. Because you don't give us goddamn chairs.
that we will stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth behind these disturbing findings. Counsels, you will undertake this trial with the resolve to pursue the truth to the bitter end.
Resolve, yes. That's my intention. Harry, I assume that you have, you don't have that much knowledge of, like, Greatest Attorney. This guy is basically, this takes place in the early 1900s, I think. And Ryunosuke here is the ancestor of Phoenix Wright. So that's fun.
By the way, Daniel, when he said resolve, yes, I said that's the name of the game, and then I realized, wait, that's literally the name of the game.
Resolve, including the yes?
Yeah, resolve,
Resolve,
yes.
yes.
Greatest Attorney, resolve, yes.
Resolve, yes. Resolve, yes. That's my intention.
My lord, if I may inquire. The defendant may speak. On what grounds Kazuma Sogi permitted to continue in his role as a prosecutor? he has admitted to colluding with the victim in a plot to assassinate an innocent man. He shouldn't be enjoying the privilege of freedom, let alone be leading the prosecution.
How about you shut your asshole? Anyway, I have written a written petition to Lord Strongheart, requesting that the judgment of my transition be delayed by 1 day.
I think RT Games said that he's not going to play the other games.
Why not?
You did what? It's a long series. It's really long.
Oh.
You did what?
Her mom. Anyway, in today's proceedings, I intend to expose everything.
Really? She's like, oh! Yes.
My whole life for the last 10 years has been all leading up to this day.
Kazuma.
Whatever outcome of this trial, I've given my word that I will accept whatever punishment to deemed appropriate, however severe.
He's basically just saying, punish me, Rinosuke.
Ooh.
And I suggest you prepare yourself for the same, Reaper.
Kazuma is bristling with hostility today. I get the distinct impression we're heading into very dangerous territory.
Is that really even Kazuma-sama standing before us?
As an extreme exception to normal practices, I've granted this prosecutor's request. Goodbye, I have no idea what is happening. This game's all evil. Alright, fair enough.
No.
Alright, bye-bye, Harry.
Bye-bye.
The defense find this acceptable, I presume.
Yes, my lord.
Oh my lord.
Bang the unicorn! In that case, in the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court in session again. We resume the closed hearing of Barak von Zix.
The defense is ready, my lord.
Oh my god, the music, holy.
Ooh, epic.
Prosecution is more than ready.
Da, 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 da. Very well then, this preamble has taken long enough. Prosecutor Sogi, begin!
As you wish, my lord. The prosecution calls for the first witness to stand. Brings Shishiro Jijoku to the stands.
At last. Then, we've reached the final battle. He's putting literally everything on the line now in order to get to the truth. Come on, Rinosuke. It's time for that steely resolve. Because this is going to test it to the limit.
Oh snap.
Look at him. Is he gonna break the defendant's stance again? The witness stand again?
Witness, do not break the stands, or else I will break your leg.
Ha! That is a promise I cannot keep. So it was you who issued this, was it?
Your subpoena. I did what was necessary.
My subpoenas? Ha 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 ha! Well, look what the young man has become. I didn't
Hers
think
is
it.
like, he's a penis.
I didn't
Did somebody say penis?
Yes. Oh. I didn't think I'd see the day when you take that tone with me, I must say.
The witness will ensure his responses are pertinent to the questions asked.
My name is Shishiro Jigoku, a Supreme Court judge from the Empire of Japan.
16 years ago, this man came to London as a visiting student. 6 years later, he returned to Japan. As well as presiding over the Supreme Court, he's also currently Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Did you dox me?
Yes.
How did you know that?
I am of course fully aware of Mr. Jigoku and his preeminent roles. I invited him personally to the International Forensic Science Symposium as a representative of his country.
Wait a second. Did he play a role in his assassination plan then? He's like, oh yes, come to Britain, come to Britain.
I hear he also played a key role in the conclusion of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation.
It was a great honor to be involved in the negotiations. I put my order into the treaty.
Judge Jigoku, I must ask.
Well, I never. Fancy the young murdering student.
He's still not over it.
Yeah, he's not over it.
Turning up here of other places.
You acquitted me yourself. And now I'm a practicing defense lawyer.
Yes, and for a set of importance, like your friend across the courtroom, I see.
You came here to London by invitation to the International Forensic Science Symposium. But then, without informing anyone of your plans, you took flight to France.
Took fright? Oh, I have to object to that turn of phrase.
Then explain yourself. What exactly were the circumstances?
Well, I was somewhat expecting this, and I am sorry to say I decline to comment.
What?
He pleaded the fifth.
I plead the fifth. Yes,
Does it
I
even
know,
exist
I
yet?
know your
I
stupid
don't even
laws here in Britain. Leaving the country prematurely when I was invited guest may be questionable etiquette. But my decision is unrelated to this case. I cannot be bound to testify.
Unrelated, you say?
I appreciate that the respected police inspector has been killed, for which I offer my condolences.
He appreciates it.
I'm really glad it's gone.
Manitoba, welcome to the stream. Manitoba says, I love Kazusha.
Kazusha.
The best ship forever and ever, except Shine Money.
No, I thought it was Shine Music.
It's
Manitoba wasn't here for that. Shaw,
yeah.
remind us again of how many how many minutes you streamed last year or this year, I mean.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm
I'm
not gonna talk about that.
I don't.
Yeah. 150,000
150,000
minutes, Manitoba.
And 151, 40, 468, please. Be precise.
Sorry. I mean, as if that already wasn't like impressive enough. Wait, let me get some tissue.
I would love to hear Shaw's Spotify rap. Bet she has good taste, says Manitoba.
You can stream it actually. I've sent it to GGP.
Because I'm ready to cry at the sight of this man.
However, being an alien, I obviously never met the man, nor do I know the first thing about him.
He's
As
an
such,
alien?
I'm in no position to testify. It's as simple as that.
So you wouldn't run from all of this?
I beg your pardon?
This case is far more reaching than the murder of Inspector Gregson, you fucking moron. This all ties to another murder. A case that was tried in Japan almost a year ago now. A year ago in Japan. Murder of Dr. John Wilson, you mean?
That's right. And you, Judge Jigoku, are at the heart of both cases.
You sound different.
Sorry?
You sound like a nerd.
Hold on, chew before you speak, okay?
Okay.
By the way, the previous stream got limited, and I bet you it's because of Mario peeing.
Shouldn't have shown it on stream. Okay. The defense has evidence to prove it.
Oh, Reinosuke, I see the look in your eyes.
Oh, you like looking into my eyes, don't you, Kazuma?
I know. And you're resolved to carry this through to the very end, too.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
I went to the closet, and so did you.
But they went into the closet. I feel like it was the opposite.
Yeah.
Is it both?
Oh,
where's
this. This one. Yeah.
Is it?
It's literally just this, right? Because it was in his office. It was in his office. Is it that simple?
No, it's not that simple.
There's also this, but this isn't related to the case. We don't know the significance of this yet. There's nothing else here that relates to Judge Jigoku. I say it's
There's
this.
no
I
autopsy
sorry.
report
I say
about
it's
the John Wilson. Yeah, it's Telegram from Japan. It's the only one.
this. All right. Take that! This is a telegram detailing a communication sent between Britain and Japan approximately 1 year ago. The communication contained 4 names: K. Asogi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, and J.
Hold it!
That's me.
Oh, wait, here.
You return? Where did you get that?
In Tokyo. From your office, Judge Jigoku.
What? How on earth did you?
What is this all about? Why is my name on the list?
The list of 4 names follows a certain pattern. T. Gregson and J. Wilson are the names of the victims. K. Asogi and A. Shin are the names of assassins.
No.
A year ago in Tokyo, Dr. John H. Wilson's life was taken in a Western-style restaurant in the capital. The culprit was found to be a visiting student who went by the name of Giselle Brett, but her real name was Assassin, a professional killer sent on a mission to kill from Great Britain.
Oh, Shin, and her victim, Jay Wilson.
And the murder that just took place here in London was the counterpart to that crime. An assassin sent from Japan, also a visiting student, Kazuma Asogi, whose victim was the British police inspector Tobias Gregson.
Hey, Asogi and T. Gregson. One assassination from each country to kill a target residing in the other.
What exactly is the defense suggesting?
These two cases of murder, one that took place in Britain and one in Japan, were masterminded by a pair of individuals from each country as a form of assassin exchange. And the telegram the defense has acquired is proof of this international contract to kill.
What?
I have not seen more bullshit in my life.
Why don't you look out the window? The telegram was found in your office, Judge Goku.
That would be white, though, Renosuke.
That's true. For a man his size, you could definitely call it bullshit, you know? We don't know what else he does out the window.
Wait, I thought it was my toilet. No.
In other words, the mastermind in Japan was you.
Archichoku? What is this all about?
And you, Kazuma, you lied. During yesterday's proceedings, you acknowledged that you'd accepted the assassination mission. But the mark wasn't Judge Jigoku at all. It was T. Gregson, Detective Inspector of Scotland Yard, as shown by the name of the killing contract.
Very impressive, Renosuke. Actually, I didn't lie. The name of the target I was ordered to kill never passed my lips yesterday. The idea that Shishiro Jijoku was the mark came entirely from you!
Is he gaslighting us? You...
Yeah.
You...
That's like 18 robots.
Yeah. You deliberately avoided saying a name?
The defense claims that 4 names indicate some sort of international assassin exchange.
Oops. I was like Ryunosuke quickly sifting through like the history. Whoa, did he actually say it? Did he actually say it?
I'm sure I speak for all present when I say that the very idea seems utterly absurd. Now, Mr. Jigoku, what do you have to say for yourself? Or rather, what do you mean?
His silence only goes to prove his guilt.
There's a very important point to this new development that brings to light. There's a distinct possibility that the scene of the Inspector Gregson's actual murder was in the witness cabin in aboard the SS Gordy.
Gordy!
Gordy! Judge Jigoku, you have to testify now. To refuse would put you in contempt of court.
There is no need for quite such a vicious stare, young man. Very well then. As a parting gift to you all, I will tell you everything I know.
Alright, it seems this Japanese gentleman has information for the court must hear. About an alleged assassin exchange in the event of the night of the 31st of October. Daniel, not as judge, is so trippy.
Yeah.
Present your formal testimony now.
I am as judge, just like the other judge.
Just on the other side.
Yeah.
Present your formal testimony now.
As you wish, my lord.
Yeah, that's right, call me my lord, bitch.
My lord?
Stormtrooper. Alright. It's true that Kazuma Asogi was assigned to the assassination mission 1 year ago now. The target was Inspector T. Gregson. That was a condition of the British study tour. However, in the end, something happened that meant the young man was unable to carry out his mission. On the evening in question, a member of the crew was on duty outside my cabin at all times. If there had been a shot fired, the crewman would have heard it, so clearly I can't be involved.
You used a silencer! So you admit it then. As this communication suggests, there really was an assassin exchange arrangement between Britain and Japan.
I mean, it makes sense he silenced her. I mean, Daniel, you do it 24/7. So.
No, that's not... I come on, you're making me
Don't
look
try
bad.
to justify yourself, man.
Okay.
Don't try.
Okay, fine. You win this time.
Just be proud of your bigotry stones, okay?
My bigotry stones. The bigotry gauntlet.
A political endeavor at the highest levels. Not something I can discuss here.
You use such a worthy practice as a foreign study to portray somebody's something. The most appealing thing I've ever heard.
Abhorring? Well, it's easy to judge.
Okay.
Pardon?
I made a joke. Did you find it funny? I saw he had a reason for taking his sword to that British inspector, you know.
What?
How about another Your
What? Is he lagging for you as
How about
well?
another
Sean?
joke, Your Honor?
How about
What
another
a you drunk.
How about another joke, Your Honor? Which is why he accepted the mission in the first place. Isn't that right, Counsel?
Kazuma-sama.
Judge Jikoku, if you are the mastermind behind this operation in Japan, then tell the court the identity of your counterpart in Britain.
I'm not obliged to divulge that information.
As I said yesterday, I've killed nobody. Freely admitted I accepted the mission, but on the night the plan was to accept. Daniel, can you move from the mute?
Sorry.
No, wait. There's like a mute button that's like. So can you not see the circle?
No, I think that's only on your end.
Oh, well, the last word is blacked out for me.
Well, that's what it is. It's backed out.
It is backed out.
That's exactly what it is.
In short, this assassination exchange that the defense has identified is unrelated to the of this case.
Is it really not visible? Oh man.
Yeah, for me.
The crucial point is this. Your police inspector can't have perished aboard that steamship in Dunkirk. Because if he'd been shot in the cabin, it's inconceivable that a member of the crew wouldn't have heard it.
That's right. No, that's wrong. That's right. That's wrong. Gregson was killed after returning to London in the room on Francis Street.
Francis.
The perpetrator of the crime was Reaper Barack Van Zyk, Barack Obama. The prosecution accusations remain unchanged.
To think that seemingly innocent foreign exchange program was a facade for Machiavellian dealings. Clearly, it's on a plot only a government minister and a high-ranking judge such as the witness could hope to execute.
What, sorry? Okay.
Well, I seem to record that it was someone on the British side who controlled everything.
Be that it may, it's not a place of this court to pursue this villain assassination exchange plot. We are concerned only with tangible events pertaining to the murder of Inspector Gregson. Is that defense clear on the point, counsel?
Yes, my lord. I'll keep that in mind as I cross-examine the witness.
Yes!
Yes! No, it was with a period, not an exclamation point.
Yes. Alright, you just present something here.
Present something here? Okay.
Need to press something specific, JPEG, or you're just gonna let us figure it out ourselves?
No, you just present,
Present, not
something.
press.
You don't need to press.
Wait. So, was on the duty outside the cabin all night. There had been shot of fire. Crewman would have heard it, so clearly it can't. Oh no, he couldn't. There was how do you call, not
The bullet
blanket,
in the wall?
towel in the sound retriever. There's
the
clearly a
and the
shot
pipe.
there.
But how do we prove that?
And we need Mr. Sholmes. Where's Mr. Sholmes? God fucking damn it. Yeah, maybe
Maybe
there's
we
a
can
bullet.
examine
There's
this.
a fucking bullet? Is that a bullet?
It looks like the back of a bullet. You see these little things all over the place, don't you? It's part of the top of a pocket watch that you twist to set the time, isn't it?
It's called the crown, I believe. A watch would be quite useless without one.
The crown, like what sits on top of a monarch's head? That's a very grand name for such a tiny part. But actually,
Yes, Mr. Naruto?
if this is a crown, then where's the king? I have a feeling I might have seen a monarch around here somewhere with a very bare head. What?
Naruto, can you refrain from talking about heads? They're like 10 years old in this court. Anyway, if by watch you mean pocket watch, then I'm quite sure you have.
I can't even see my crown. I can't find it. Where's my
So how do
crown?
Oops. How do we put this thing on the do we just inspect it maybe?
I cannot find my crown.
Yeah, this thing. What do you think, Mrs.
What do
Sato?
you- I feel sure I know exactly what will fit there.
Really? I was just thinking precisely precisely the same thing.
What are we thinking? I don't know what we're thinking. Anyway, we're about to see the little round component. It's actually part of Gregson's broken pocket watch.
She like narrating what's happening. We are about to see that this actually fits on the watch. I twist the crown onto the watch. It works. It fits. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
I am in
no.
shock. Really? I was just thinking precisely that too.
You know, when characters say exactly what they feel, it makes me angry.
Wait, where's that from?
I don't know.
Perfect fit!
Sounds familiar.
Just like JPEG and Daniel.
What?
What?
You guys are best friends.
That was random.
That better be what it's about.
I knew it. All right, perhaps you knew it.
This is Sean Daniel.
I'll make a note of this new information at once.
And then Shomes just pops up. I have to walk through. Hello.
Okay, I feel like we were supposed to discover that like an hour from now. Okay, wait. Is it first of all? Is it this statement, Julio?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it is this statement. This is a very contradictable statement. This is just begging
Look-
to be contradicted.
Yeah, it's like basically, please contradict me already, please.
Yeah.
Take me out of my misery. Oh, don't look at that. It's gonna say the thing shot.
Oh, right. The thing that makes her uncomfortable.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, okay, so what do you
Crewman
need to
would
do?
have heard it.
Would have clearly heard it involved. Okay, following the crew members
Well,
required to
okay,
assemble
like
the
this basically shows that he had a window of opportunity to conduct it. Like he could have done the
Yeah.
deed during this 20-minute period, and they wouldn't have heard it because they would have been out on deck. And that's 20 minutes.
Exactly.
That's a long time to commit a crime.
Yeah, we know in Ace Attorney 5 minutes could make all the difference.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Let's try this. Objection! Yes, as the court has heard, there was a crewman posted outside Judge Jigoku's cabin. However, we can be sure that, contrary to the witness's claim, the guard wasn't there at all times. What?
What?
I have here a notice of a particular event that was scheduled to take place aboard the steamship on the 31st.
Where did you get that?
It's evidence gathered by Mr. Herlock Sholmes. You were acquainted yesterday, if you remember.
Rock Sholmes again?
According to this itinerary, after leaving the port of Dunkirk at exactly 10 p.m. and for a period of 20 minutes, all crewmen of the SS Grouse were to gather on deck for an evacuation drill.
Oh, crewmen were away from their posts?
And during that 20-minute interval, of course, any gunshots emanating from your cabin would have been heard by no one. In summary, Judge Jigoku, you had ample opportunity to commit the crime.
Arr!
You just turned into like a seal real quick.
Arr, arr, arr.
The seal goes ow, ow, ow.
Ow, really?
20-minute window of opportunity.
I was referencing the Fox song. What does the Fox
Is
say?
he really? Oh, what?
Excellent, fine, Renovsky. It amounts to nothing.
Why? Just why? Why?
Because the witness clearly stated in his testimony that no incident occurred in his cabinet. Unless you have some decisive evidence that can show his testimony to be false.
Where is the bullet hole? That would really come in handy right now.
Your accusation is nothing more than conjecture.
Strong arm?
On her? Judge?
Your Honor? My lord?
Daughter?
Out the window?
At the window? P-man?
Hmm?
Pion kakion pipilan?
Hmm? Sorry?
Anyway, in the meantime, Daniel, go to the evidence
Mhm.
section. Let's check the box for a second again. The metal box. Let's like search. Maybe that's a bullet hole we missed. Open it. Search for bullet hole. But it's not on the box itself.
Or maybe inside the box?
Maybe inside. Yeah, I was about to say. Maybe inside.
Oh, whoops.
Oopsie. Yaddy yaddy yaddy. We can't really. Oh man.
I don't think there's any bullet hole here.
Great, let's look in other evidence. Maybe we'll find a bullet hole. Let's examine everything. Well,
Something
JPEG
that
is
was in
dead.
his possession. So,
Yeah. Well, maybe on the doll.
on the doll. No. Sholmes
Not
wasn't in
this
the.
doll, dumbass.
What?
The other
What
doll.
doll? Oh, that doll.
I love foxes.
What?
Wait, what happened?
We're trying to look if there's a bullet hole in any of the evidence. Okay, I think I
Up his
don't think
ass.
there's one in here. I think there's one here.
Where?
I don't think there
Oh,
is one
okay.
here. Let's continue first search.
Could you read that again?
My window, please.
Oh no. Code name window.
God, JPEG, stop and
me.
fucking die.
Hey, true, well, counsel. My Wi-Fi and finales don't go well together, apparently. Last finale is also like this.
Yeah, so what? Inspector Gregson was killed in Judge Jigoku's cabin that night. I'm certain of it. Because the defense has the evidence to prove it.
Oh, Jesus, what the fuck? The evidence for the defense and one... What proof do you have that the victim's life was taken in Jigoku's cabin on the 31st of October?
Oh yeah, this. Hey, that's great. Hey, take that. Judge Jigoku, this was found in your cabin yesterday.
Back! It's your ass out of the window. God.
Mike and my Wi-Fi and my monitor. But MacBooks are. What is that? The crown of a pocket watch.
Oh, a pocket watch?
Oh, I think
Here.
I fixed it.
Dear
Perfect.
God. Yeah.
I think I fixed it. Okay.
Hold on, Your Honor. And if you'll observe, the victim's pocket watch, which we know he treasured, is precisely missing that part.
That is quite sus. It can't be.
Moreover, this crown is a perfect fit on a spindle protruding from the victim's watch.
Daniel, you're very quiet.
Really? Oops.
Yeah?
Now, the fact this is retrieved from Judge Jigoku's cabin tells us that the victim's watch almost certainly broke there. In other words, the victim was killed on the 31st during the 20-minute evacuation drill in the cabin occupied by you, Judge Shikoku.
Well, you're razor sharp, aren't you, you young murderer?
Objection!
Speaking of razors, I need a razor real quick to shave this giant beard.
Okay. Expertly maneuvered, Ryunosuke.
Ah, he's complimenting me. He can't do that.
And your argument sounds entirely possible. At first.
Oh!
Stop bitching and moaning. Rather, like this watch. It's full of cracks.
Just like my ass. It's full of crack. What?
And I believe Judge feels the same way.
No, I don't have the same feelings towards Ryunosuke. I don't know what you and Kazuma are up to, but I was wrong to acquit you earlier.
Sorry?
If I'd known that it would result in anyone having to listen to this river, I would have declared you guilty just to spare the world your ridiculous bombast.
Asshole.
I think it's clear that the witness will have to give further testimony.
When you hear what actually happened in my cabin that night, you'll notice the pitfall into which you stumbled.
Alright, prior to the renewed testimony, I would like to clarify one point. The fact that the part of the victim's watch was discovered in your cabin means that you acknowledge he was there, I presume.
Yes, I do.
Very well then. You may proceed to give your formal testimony about what exactly happened in your cabin aboard the ship on the evening of the 31st of October.
Of course.
That's Halloween.
As a man of the law, I have no intention of obstructing justice. I had a guest waiting for me when I returned to my cabin after finishing my evening meal in the dining room. When I walked through the door, a mustachioed Englishman was there, foolishly waving a gun at me.
Oh man, I shot Jacobo in the face.
Oh man, I shot Shikuku in the face! I soon took care of him with a Nippon-sei throw, though. He couldn't wait to run away after that. I imagine his watch was broken when I threw him over my shoulder. It has nothing to do with his murder. The inspector was clearly killed having returned to Britain, because his body was found in London.
Yeah, that's me. Iponse, what the frick? Iponse, oi!
Common Jujutsu martial arts technique in my country.
I only know Krav Maga.
What's Krav Maga?
That's the Jewish martial arts.
Oh.
I was careful not to use too much force, but the man obviously ran it too heavily for his watch to take.
So, Inosuke Naruhodo. I imagine you can see the flaw in your logic now, can't you?
What? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
The fact that the pocket was broken in the witness cabin is no way to prove that the victim's murder took place there.
Ah!
Owie.
I've no doubt that the inspector intended to kill me, but he didn't manage to pull the trigger.
Yes, because it was merely tactician, not the Reaper's hand of death.
Well, the testimony appears to make perfect sense as far as I can tell.
Let me express my deep gratitude for your understanding, my lord.
But if this testimony holds, Judge Shikoku will be deemed to have no involvement in this case.
Well, counsel, I really see no reason for wasting precious time here in the court here on a cross-examination.
Sorry, my lord. The defense has a right to cross-examine, and I don't intend to squander that.
You're an embarrassment to your countrymen, not knowing where you're beaten.
In that case, proceed, Mr. Naruhodo.
Okay,
Naruhodo.
so
have to press anything?
Englishman
Yes.
was there for
Manitoba
Englishman.
says Shaw and Daniel are in for a surprise.
Oh boy.
Oh! Oh!
Yeah, you have to press
What?
something, but I won't say which.
Okay.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay, well, I imagine his watch was broken. I pawn C4? What? I pawn C4? The fuck is I
Ponce?
pawn
Iponse
C4?
Whatever.
That's like throw, I guess. That's what he did. What's his name? Mini memo. He just yeeted him. I think that's what it means.
Cha! I haven't returned to Britain. It's found in London. Wait, how do you know that? Huh? How do you know he was found in London? I'm kidding.
Hmm.
What are we trying
Let's give that a try. Let's
to
press
like
that.
can
Hold it.
confess?
But there's no evidence that proves that the victim ever returned to London alive.
Just take a moment to think that idea of yours through now, Stripling.
What?
If the inspector was killed on the steamship in France, how on earth could he have got back to Britain? When people die, their bodies remain at that same spot. It's a never of a thing.
Well, then obviously the culprit must have moved the body.
How exactly? Carrying a corpse of a sheep in your arms would raise a few eyebrows at least, don't you think?
Well, yes, that's true, but...
All passengers' luggage is inspected when it's unloaded from arriving vessels.
Oh, I have a dark thought.
What?
So considering Judge Jigoku was able to fit in his own suitcase, does that mean he was able to stuff the body into the suitcase?
Oh
And he's
I
a
don't like
large
that
man.
think that the border police would query the corpse of an English gentleman as hand luggage.
Oh my God. Okay. If the member had taken place aboard the ship, you would imagine the body would have been disposed of at sea. There would have been no sense in risking being caught by attempting to transport the body back to Britain.
That's killed that idea then.
Well, perhaps not.
Mr. Sato?
We've heard that the first class passengers were under constantly security, and the members posted to guard them. Which would mean that the culprit had no opportunity to dispose of the body in sea.
Yes, that's true. So transporting the body to Britain may have been the only viable alternative.
Dear me, you really are new to this, aren't you?
Yeah.
I thought I'd been perfectly clear, but it seems I'm going to have to explain it in words you can understand.
He starts speaking Japanese.
Actually, when was the last time Ryunosuke heard Japanese? It's been a while.
Saseki.
He's been in living. Oh, that's true. No, but even then, he went back to Japan like 6 months before this, didn't he? It's been a
that's
while.
true.
I think I ought to alter my testimony, without consent, of course, my lord.
I have no objection. State her minute testimony now.
There is no possible way I could have transported the victim's corpse back to Britain.
Okay, let's think. There's no way I could have fixed the suitcase. Daniel, I think you might be fucking right.
No way! Oh
I think you
no!
might be fucking right.
No! Oh my god!
Once, Daniel, you're right.
That's
and
so
I don't like
dark.
being right now because this.
That's
this
so dark.
Look at this beautiful picture of 5 best friends.
Oh, 5 best friends.
Objection.
Objection. There's no possible way you could have moved Inspector Greggson's body, you say? I would say the opposite is true.
What's that supposed to mean?
Far from being impossible for you to do. The transporting of Inspector Greggson's body back to Britain is something only you could do.
What are you talking about, Ryunosuke?
As well as being a judge, Mr. Jigoku is also Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs, which means he's exempt from having his luggage searched when he enters the country.
Huh.
We learned that when you first met you upon your arrival in London. Well, all those passport checks and luggage searches at the border took rather a lot of time. I must say, I'm very envious of your ministerial status. You didn't have to go through any of that, did you?
I knew you were generous.
Was the judge all along?
I presume you recall this, Judge Jigoku. It's a photograph we took in the foyer of the hotel to mark the occasion. As the court will note...
You look like you're like you're constipated.
Yeah, he looks like he's holding in his shit. And he's been doing
like
doing so for like the last 5 hours. You have with you your large travel trunk. Large enough, in fact, to have a corpse inside.
Mr. Naruto, surely you're not suggesting.
I'm afraid I am. Yes, wait, that's so disgusting though. Does that mean Judge Jigoku, like, positioned himself in the suitcase, the same suitcase where he hid Gregson's body in? Imagine the smell.
No.
Ugh. 3 days ago, when we were chatting innocently with the new arrivals from Japan in the hotel, the body of Inspector Gregson was just meters away from us, inside Judge Jigoku's trunk.
Big fucking god.
Order in the court. I have skeptical counsel that a grown man's body could fit inside even the largest travel trunk.
That's not the spelling of skeptical, is it? Or is it like the British spelling, perhaps?
I think there's a K. It's a K, isn't it?
Yeah, it's with a K. S-K, skeptical. It could. Because I happen to know that the witness himself, a man of considerable size, fits inside his trunk. And verifying that would be extremely simple. Wouldn't it, Judge Jigoku?
Like, I don't want to do it now. Oh. Inside his trunk? How horrifying.
And after we'd spoken with you at the Great Waterloo Hotel, you had the opportunity to visit the apparent scene on Fresno Street, taking your trunk with you in a cab to deposit the inspector's body.
I don't have to listen to this nonsense.
Dr. Gori, the coroner who examined the body, has confirmed the possibility. She's acknowledged that there are signs that steps may have been taken to disguise the true time of death. The onset of the body's decomposition could have been delayed by storing it in a refrigerator.
Counsel, as I remember explaining yesterday, refrigerators of requisite size are far and few between.
Yes, I'm sure they are. But one place they're certainly found is on large ocean liners. Such ships are equipped with electrically refrigerated cold rooms to keep food fresh on their long sea voyages, and the SS Grouse is no exception.
You're on a road this case.
Yes. Professor Mikotoba told me about it only yesterday. Well, Judge Jigoku? However much you prolong this debate, you can't eliminate the truth. All the evidence points to you being the killer.
Under your evil monologue.
Well, this is all very heartening. I can see that it was a wise move letting Asogi and you embark on this study tour.
What are you talking about now?
I know what happened in the closet, Kazuma. Logical reasoning, of course. All court proceedings will be built on the logical reasoning in the new century. And I can see that you've both laid firm foundations for that already.
Joko, please stop diverting attention from the issue at hand. The defense has made an accusation against you. How do you respond?
Did you know I learned martial arts 20 years ago? Would you like me to perform an example? Watch this! Look! Respond.
I'll throw you out my window!
There's really...
Can you think Lord Strongheart can carry you, Judge Shigoku? Probably.
Respond? There's really no need for me to respond, is there?
Why ever not?
Because before you can even begin to answer the question of when the victim was killed, you must first establish one key fact. Is the victim dead? Where was the victim killed? It's quite logical.
The actual scene of the crime.
The prosecution's stance is unaltered. The killing took place on Francis Street when the gunshot was heard. As the accused Barak Van Zik shot the victim at point-blank range.
Since no tangible evidence exists to disprove the prosecution's claim at the time, the defense's deductions amount to little more than an elaborate fairy tale.
I'm afraid that's how the logical reasoning the British are known for already works, young Stripering.
The victim was shot in that little room on Fresno Street and died instantly. I'm afraid, as the prosecution's claim, that's the only fairy tale here.
How can you see that?
Quite simply, because that claim directly contradicts a certain piece of evidence in our possession.
Very tantalizing, counsel. I think you better explain yourself to the court, don't ya?
The prosecution claims that Inspector Gregson died instantly when he was shot at the scene on Fresno Street. But this evidence clearly contradicts that claim. Is it the clock?
Yeah, because it was found in the boat.
No. I remember like
It's not the clock.
it's not the clock, okay. But like this had something to do with, like, you know, it was still running after he died or something. It's probably something like from way back.
It's Mr. Vigil!
Wait, what evidence? Okay, we need something that shows us the scene.
Excuse me?
Something about the scene of the crime. The evidence clearly contradicts that claim.
Maybe it's literally just the autopsy report.
Maybe. Because by Kazuma's claim, okay, so we claim that he was curled up in a box, and Kazuma claims he's been shot point blank. Need to prove somehow that we are more correct.
Wait, are we trying to contradict that he died instantly?
Yeah, I think so. Prosecution claims
But
that
that's
died
exactly
instantly.
what the autopsy report says. Okay, never mind.
Look at him. Wait, speaking about being curled up, look at him. He's like a baby.
He.
Baby.
Where's my fish and
There's no other evidence that suggests anything here about him being, you know, carried in a box. The photo is the only one that shows him in the scene of the crime, I guess. The
Yeah.
autopsy report says he died instantly. We're trying to prove that he didn't die instantly. Well,
Is it an old piece of evidence, Julio?
No.
Oh.
No?
Then
Okay.
it must be fairly recent then.
Yeah.
No. I think Kazuma agrees with the instantly thing. I think that's fine.
So it's not. We're not trying to disprove that he died instantly. We're trying to disprove that he didn't die. We're trying to disprove that he died in the Fresno Street.
Yeah, not on
Yes.
Fresno Street, yeah.
Okay, it's weirdly worded, but okay.
Imagine if his logic was, well, because Gregson is curled up in a box, why is he curled up on the floor?
Wait, you're
huh?
right. Rigor mortis. That's the only possible position he could have been kept in if he were to fit in the box. He had to be curled up.
No, I was joking.
No, but that actually makes sense.
You know how whenever Daniel makes a joke, he ends up being right?
Oh.
Oh, the opposite just happened right now.
What? Okay.
God, even when I'm wrong, I'm smart. Oh my god. Well, I wasn't wrong. Wait, I was right. Even when I'm joking, I'm right. Daniel, he literally just confirmed my
Wait, he
joke.
did.
Yeah.
So is
He
it the
said,
picture of the?
you know-
God damn it. Okay.
Yeah,
I interpreted it as being
called up.
wrong. You said the opposite literally just happened.
Manitoba says shot shit from ass moment.
I was shitting for my ass when I said that.
Sweet.
Shit from arse moment.
Take that!
Try it.
Is there a YouTube? Why do you type that so weird? Is there a YouTube censor? Okay, anyway. A photograph of the victim in a very location you claim he wasn't killed.
Yes, but the point is the posture of the body itself. If Inspector Gregson had been shot there in that room, it's out of the question that his body would have been curled up in a ball like that. Unless he, like, lay down crying while he died.
I don't want to die! I don't want to die,
Even when as he's dying, he's like...
Objection. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but your logic is fraud. He could easily have adopted that fetal position due to the pain of the shot, which subsequently proved fatal.
Objection.
Objection! I'm sorry to disappoint you, Judge Shikoku, but it's your logic that is flawed.
What?
According to this autopsy report, the victim died instantly. He would have felt no pain, much less have been able to draw himself into that position.
Oh!
Which begs the question of why the victim's body is curled up in that way. Though the answer should be abundantly clear by now.
You're suggesting...
I'm not suggesting. I'm asserting. The inspector's body took on that posture ahead of its arrival on Fresno Street, before it was coldly turned out on the floor from the inside of a large travel trunk.
You're quite right. The shape of the body looks exactly as if it had been kept in a confined space. Look at their stance. Wait, look at their stance. No.
Aw. Judge
I didn't actually see
Shikoku,
it.
present your trunk for an examination.
Oh, okay.
I believe it's very possible that it will contain traces of the victim's blood.
Oh, I didn't go that hard on him. Oh!
Did you guys get that, by the way?
Present my trunk? Oh, I refuse. Not in front
Throw
of
it out the
100
window.
people.
What?
Throw it out the window!
On what grounds?
I am the
Right,
Minister of
Secretary.
Foreign Affairs for the Empire of Japan. I shouldn't have to put up with this treatment just because of some stripe-rings berets accusations.
In other words, Judge Joku,
Oops.
there is blood in that truck.
I decline to answer that.
Objection.
As the Minister of Foreign Affairs...
Objection! At this moment, you're not a government minister. You're a witness in a trial in Britain's highest court. I don't care who you are or what your status outside this courtroom might be. You will not withhold information. Nothing is more important than the truth. Why is he pointing? He's not pointing. He's pointing at Kazuma, not Judge Shikoku.
What's the
Kazuma's
order in the
"What?"
court? Well, Mr. Jikoko, what's it to be? What are you slurping?
Can't be serious. You did this?
You did this.
Have you no shame at all, Kazuma Asogi?
What?
Very well. I admit it.
Oh,
I
he's
did
rubbing
bring
his
the
mustache.
inspector's body into the country. Inside my trunk. Exactly as postulated by the defense.
What?
You.
Dear God, outrageous.
So it was you. You admit to Inspector Gregson being.
No! I admit to nothing more than what I've said. Of killing the man, I certainly have no recollection.
What on earth is that cryptic statement supposed to mean?
I merely disposed of the inspector's body, which was left in my cabin, in order to avoid unwanted attention. As the judicial assessment over there pointed out, I have no chance to throw it into the ocean. So,
What is? How come nobody wants to acknowledge Susato by her own name?
that, judicial assistant, So I decided my only option was to bring it into Britain with me and dispose of it somewhere else.
You can't still deny it. If you didn't do it, then who on earth did kill the man?
As you know, there was one other person in my cabin that night. He had the opportunity. And moreover, he'd already accepted the mission to take the inspector's life.
Oh, Kazuma!
That's right! Who else could it have been? It was you, Kazuma Asogi!
Don't look at me like that. You rubbed your fucking beard. Everybody knows it's a sign of lies.
They're not facing each other.
I never thought you'd stoop this low, Shishiro Jijoku.
You've taken the words straight out of my mouth, Prosecutor Kazuma.
That's not the only thing he took straight from out of the mouth.
Yeah! You thought by leaving the body in my cabin, you could pin the crime on me, did you?
Well, the prosecution counsel has already admitted to visiting the witness cabin on the night in question.
Yes, on an assassination mission, no less.
You wouldn't.
So, what do you make of that, young stripling? You have heard my testimony now, and that's all I have to say on the matter. I would admit to nothing more.
I don't believe this.
Ah. Oh, like,
Didn't you become Gumshoe for a second?
they're lagging. No lines. I don't see any lines. It's an empty box.
Do you see them, Shaw?
What is your position now? The court threw away is your response to the witness's assertion. The assertion of the night in question, the victim's assailant, was in fact Mr. Kazuma Asogi.
This isn't the dead end it seems to be. The answer's right in front of me. It comes down to Jigoku or Kazuma. Both of them had the opportunity to kill Gregson, but only one of them did it.
Only one of them is my boyfriend.
And I'm just a step away from proving who. Very well. The defense is ready to respond to the assertion put forward by Judge Jigoku. The idea that the victim's murder could have been committed by Prosecutor Asogi is... It's possible. Oh shit! No! No! No!
He goes.
That's not...
Because it was like, what the fuck?
The goose that was gifted for my birthday, the one with the dead eyes.
Because it was like,
Kill them.
because it was like, the fuck you do, man? What the hell?
No! Oh god.
No closet time for you.
Oh fuck.
No closet time, no.
No!
It's like the Megamind meme. No closet time.
Well... It is possible, my lord.
What? You.
Do you think I want to believe it? But the fact is, I can't say with complete certainty what actually happened because I wasn't there!
You're disappointing. And not only in that. I think perhaps that's why we form opinions based on evidence.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Way to cut the tension, Renosuke. God damn it.
And actually, we have evidence that can settle this argument conclusively. Wait, so we didn't get penalized? Oh, never mind.
Before you pull off feigning ignorance of what you just occurred, counsel. You must be penalized for a short but embarrassing you muttered a moment ago.
I really thought I could just brush past it if I was quick enough.
Never mind the penalty, Mr. Nahuda. The truth is all that matters.
Okay, wait. I thought it was gonna show the choices again, and like I could select impossible again. Anyway, Judge Jikoku, let me remind you of something you said only a few minutes ago. You claim that logical reasoning is the future of the judicial process.
It is. No questioning.
Well,
Manitoba says, Daniel, why?
I'm sorry. Well, logical reasoning can prove something here. Namely, that it would have been impossible for Prosecutor Asogi to commit the crime.
What?
A court will accept an argument that is supposed to provide their compelling evidence. So present what you have, counsel. What proof is there allegedly demonstrates the impossibility of Prosecutor Asogi's involvement?
His katana is broken? I'm kidding.
Oh, the trunk? Oh, that's even worse evidence.
Yeah.
Jeez.
What can we present to... la 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 la. Is it one of the newer evidence, K-Pop?
Yes.
Okay, Daniel, new evidence.
What about this?
Done. This
What?
is Will.
I don't know.
This is Will. Let's go from the start till the end. I don't think it's pocket watch.
Not this.
I think it's inspector's identification.
This. No, okay. Probably
use
beyond,
this?
like from this to the very end.
Oh, okay. Let's see all the evidence first. Oh, we already examined.
We can make the argument that since he okay, wait. This
Broke
is
his
really weird
katana?
logic, okay? But he only
Hello,
had his
Zeke.
sword. Sorry, what?
Zeke, I love your voices, but I miss old Van Zeke's voice.
Oh, simple.
I thought you meant mine. I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, alright. You
kidding.
both are like
Nah,
old
I get it.
Van Zeke's voices. Okay, so this is a bit of weird logic, but so there's
Yeah.
like a blade mark here, right? Okay.
Yes.
Why would there be a blade mark, or rather, why would he pull out his katana if he had a gun? If he had a gun, which is exactly to what Gregson died to, you know, like why would he pull out his katana in the first place? Wouldn't he just pull out his gun, and instead of seeing a katana mark, we would see a gun mark, like a bullet hole?
And that is also true.
Okay, that's probably not it, but like that's part of the logic.
Okay, let's. I don't think it's the bunny.
It's clearly the bunny.
Definitely.
Oh! I'm Buddy Shomes!
Bunny shows. I think it's the katana. We already examined it. And the one thing that's missing is the blade.
Is there anything?
Right, you're
else?
looking for impossible, that it was impossible.
I know.
Okay, so it's. Because maybe the time, in between times.
Yes,
Like-
yes, I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't understand this.
It would
Why?
take like it would take like 20 minutes. Okay, so they have like a 20 minutes window, and if you would kill, actually I don't know, how would you do that? How would Judge Ijoku would not know about Kazuma killing him if he was there for like less than 20 minutes?
Well, yeah, like
I don't understand. Maybe it's actually the metal box, because your logic with the katana kind of seems more reasonable.
It's not the metal box.
it's not.
Oh.
I actually kinda don't get this, if I'm being honest. But I'm sure the game will explain it.
And how do we get this?
Is it a subversion, Julio?
What do you mean by subversion?
Like, is it like the complete opposite? Like, oh, this implies this, but actually it implies the opposite. You know?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think it's referencing a dialogue from like a session ago, so it's not like
From a session ago. So it couldn't have been this or this because we just discovered these back then. But this is pretty.
No, I mean, we
old.
discovered them last session, didn't we?
Oh, you said a session ago. Like, oh, okay.
Like one session ago.
One session ago.
Alright, I'm back.
Any theories, friends?
No, because like nothing else makes sense. Like, what else does relate to Kazuma? His sword.
Well, yeah, the sword, like, the same logic. Like, the sword doesn't have any blood on it. In fact, the tip was like lodged in the trunk,
Yeah.
meaning that, you know, it wasn't used to kill Gregson. Therefore, he couldn't have killed Gregson because there's no blood on the. Okay, whatever. And the trunk is
I think
still
your logic.
Gregson, so.
Actually, straight up, don't get this one. If I'm being honest, I'm reading it. I'm like, I don't get this.
Something that doesn't relate then? It's not the bunny.
Maybe it's the passport.
It relates, but it relates to a dialogue from like a session ago. So it's like I don't even remember that one.
I don't know. I don't know. For once,
It's one of the newer ones.
Okay.
Business. It's one of the newer ones. So I'd
So there's
say
newer ones or newer ones?
Newer ones, like newer, like
Oh, 'cause,
super new.
the only four. The four to start. See the katana.
it's only these
The
4.
pages. Let's read the pages again. Duties. Is there more?
10
maybe?
p.m. Kazuma doesn't sleep that early. Sorry, doesn't sleep that late. I mean, he's usually at bed
I
before
would
10
know.
p.m.
I would know.
I would know.
It's the 31 of October because he was there. Because someone said he was on the boat. I don't know. Is he on the boat on the 31st of October? The real question. I guess we'll never know.
You know what has the weakest link? It's this one, so it must be it.
Only it's not.
Okay. Okay, that's elimination. So that's 1 out of 4. So now we have a 33%
And it's not the
chance.
katana. It's not the katana because he said that it doesn't make sense, and the katana makes sense. Me?
Really?
It's either the.
Was he referring? Was he referring to the katana though? Exactly.
Said it doesn't make sense for what we're talking about right now. We're trying to prove that Kazuma wasn't there and didn't do it. So by showing the katana, by the logic you explained that there's no blood, there's no this, why would he use that? It kind of doesn't make sense. It kind of makes sense. That's the problem. Trying to think about it oppositely. 'Cause
Oppositely.
He straight up doesn't get it.
But he did say it wasn't a subversion. Okay, no, it's not exactly. a
Subversion to that to us, not
okay,
them.
okay, true.
I think it's the
Well,
sword.
I saved, so let's give it a try. Take that!
Making the evidence sweep here. We're no skinner Hudo.
Oh no.
So
Sorry?
it's like,
Every piece of evidence has a role to play arriving at the truth. You're not playthings you can toss around the courtroom for entertainment.
All right.
See, I told you it wasn't the sword.
What? I
It
thought
has
you were
to be
implying
one
that
of
it was the
the
sword.
No, I said it was. I clearly said it's not the sword
You said-
because it makes too much sense.
Oh, okay.
it
So it's either this or this.
doesn't matter.
Do this too. I think it's more likely that it was the evacuation
Yeah, I thought
drill.
so too. Let's try it.
Names, we've already been through that. We've already been through that evidence.
Take that! Alright. This itinerary for crew members of the SS Grouse, my lord. This
No.
is conclusive
No,
proof.
no, yes, it's gross. Itinerary, how does that prove anything?
Judge Jigoku, the moment you acknowledged that you found the victim's body in your cabin, this itinerary suddenly became much more significant.
What? Why?
On the night in question, as always, a crewman sentry was on guard outside your cabin door. As long as he was there, nobody could have fired a shot inside the cabin.
Absolutely, because it's inconceivable that the guard wouldn't have heard it come from to investigate.
So that tells us that the crime must have taken place when the guard was elsewhere. And
I've
that narrows it
been
down to
frozen,
the 20
so I'm
minutes
stuck on
just...
what why from Jigoku.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There we go.
And that narrows it down to the 20 minutes just after 10 o'clock, as indicated on the itinerary.
Reasoning so far.
Get away from the window, Strongheart.
What the heck? Oh my
Are you
word.
lagging too, Shaw? Or is it just him?
I see no flaw in your reasoning so far. I'm in a tunnel or something. I don't know what's going on.
But the crucial point is this. When the evacuation drill took place, the steamship had already put to sea from the port of Dunkirk. Now, clearly the murder could have only committed the murder could have only been committed by somebody who was aboard the vessel at the time. But Prosecutor Asogi stated in yesterday's proceedings.
Didn't come to Great Britain to take anyone's life. So I left Gregson the ship, spend the night at a boarding house in the town, and return to England on the following morning.
Which I'm sure the court will agree is conclusive proof that Kazuma Sogi couldn't possibly have carried out the killing.
You're busted.
Hold it! No, absolutely not. I don't accept that at all.
What do you mean?
That's my line!
He just did the reverse Uno. Oh my god.
He used his own words against him.
The boys are saying that to accelerate himself. We cannot trust that he really disembarked the vessel. Obviously, after he left my cabin, he hid himself somewhere nearby on the ship. Just waiting for...
Objection! No, that's out of the question. Isn't it, Kazuma?
As the defense rightly recalls, I disembarked on the vessel and spent the night in the boarding house in Dunkirk. As I've said yesterday, I signed my name in the accommodations register book. It's extremely easy to verify and undeniable proof.
He got someone else to sign it. No!
There's no escape this time. You can forget that you're a judge or a government minister. It's time you gave the court an honest answer as a common man. You killed Inspector Tobias Quickson and transported his corpse back to Britain. Then, you dumped the body in the room on Fresno Street and made it look like as if the murder had happened there. That's what really happened, isn't it, Shishiro Jigoku?
It was that damned trial 10 years ago. That's when it all began. Looking back now, my fate was decided that day. I was doomed already.
No! Whoa!
It's over! My life is over!
I told him. The first thing I told you when you went to the court is not to break the fucking stands!
I told you that wasn't a promise I could keep!
Oh my gosh.
Who's this?
Jigoku, right?
A British assassin to eliminate a professor in Japan. A Japanese assassin to eliminate a detective in Britain. Both assassins will use diplomatic immunity to evade conviction and return safely to their homelands. The assassin exchange request arrived from Britain about 1 year ago. Though it was hardly a request, it was a demand.
And for that, you decided to recruit Mr. Asogi. But things didn't go according to plan. Your chosen assassin never made it to Britain, and you found yourself unable to dispatch a replacement, because I was already on my way to Britain at the time in Kazuma's place.
And that left me with only one option for carrying out my obligation. To eliminate the mark myself, personally. Of course, there was but a single opportunity for me to do that.
The International Forensic Science Symposium, I presume.
That's right. I decided it would be my safest to carry out the plan before my arrival in Britain. So I enlisted the help of my British counterpart and made arrangements for a pretext that would take the inspector to Dunkirk. To lure the man in, he was given a sham mission by the Reaper.
What? The Reaper?
There's only one person who could have done it. Mastermind of the entire operation, the Reaper himself.
Ah!
Oh, means the assassin exchange was a blind by the Reaper.
I'm not at liberty to say anything about my British counterpart. Anyway, the inspector accepted the Reaper's mission and dutifully infiltrated my cabin on the steamship. But it was all a trap designed to lead him to France and his own death.
Oh, how awful.
It was past 9 o'clock when I returned to my cabin from the dining hall that evening. I didn't give him time to attack me. I choked him until he lost consciousness. But there was a guard just outside the door, so I left it at that for the time being. Even the slightest noise might have aroused suspicion, so I bided my time, waiting.
For the 20 minutes after 10 o'clock.
No,
I
that
intended to
makes sense.
finish
He wears
it.
the same clothes because he didn't bring any clothes of his own. You know, he had the whole in Gregson in his trunk.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's why he threw everything out.
I intended to finish him by strangulation, but moments before I had the chance, he suddenly came around and went for me in a reckless move.
Bang.
I received the British issue gun 16 years earlier, being a member of the judiciary as a visiting student. I never imagined I'd have to use it for something like that.
So the revolver belongs to you, does it?
Then the victim was killed inside your cabin on the SS Grouse. Which begs the question of why you arranged for his body to be discovered in a room on Fresno Street.
The young judicial assistant over there has already answered that question. There was no way I could take the body up on deck to throw it over the side. That's precisely where all the crewmen were gathered for the evacuation drill. So before the first cross cabin sentries returned, I took the corpse to the refrigeration room.
And then arriving in Dover, you concealed the body in your trunk in order to smuggle it past the border police.
I knew I needed to take steps if the police were to be convinced when the body was found in London.
In that case, you must have known. Must have had intimate details of the Inspector Gregson's intended schedule.
Yes, my British counterpart sent me everything I needed to know. The inspector was due at Fresno Street at 5 o'clock that afternoon, in order to meet a man by the name of Hugh Bowen, from whom he would take me back to his police identification. I decided that the man would be the perfect person to set up as the culprit. So I took my hackney carriage over there with the body still in my trunk.
Then that must have been just after we took this photograph with you at the hotel.
Yes, I wasn't expecting a welcoming committee. I was more than a little nervous. On Fresno Street, I spotted a young girl selling little firecrackers.
Miss Venus, of course.
I considered a candle trick there and then. So I donned a simple disguise and approached the girl to buy enough firecrackers to replicate a gunshot.
Sort of disguise.
For some reason, the inspector had a bright red hairpiece in his own traveling case. So I put that on. Although I suspect I drew more attention to myself than I would have otherwise.
Put on a red wig.
I can't imagine that. That looks so silly.
So that's where my wig went. Aw, man.
I took the wig from Susan.
Inspector had it ready for the Redhead Leo investigation.
I only arrived at the room at around 4:45. So I quickly placed the body on the floor, moved the notice board, and set up my little candle trick. I arranged it so the firecrackers would go off with a bang around 15 minutes later.
So that Mr. Boone, who was due to arrive at 5, would walk straight into the trap?
Except, at the last moment, I made a careless blunder.
What was that?
Imagine. It was a bag of fish and chips.
Ah!
I didn't notice that it had fallen out of his overcoat pocket when I moved the body into the refrigeration room. I put it back into his pocket the following morning, but... well, it seems the want of the heated cabin had accelerated the decay of the fish.
That's like one of the. It's one of those lines that I can't believe is from Ace Attorney. The
What?
warmth of the heated cabin had accelerated the decay of the fish. Like, taken out of context, it's so weird.
The decay of the fish. The
Decay
fish
of the
rotted.
fish.
Anyway, that's... much everything. All the sordid details of what I did.
Discord, you can do it. There we go. I've heard enough.
Just you this time, actually.
Of one of the country's most capable and respected police.
Oops.
No, stop gaslighting yourself. Jeez.
The witness will be tried in the coming days. For a crime of such vile nature, you can expect the most severe penalty.
As an exchange of assassins. A foolhardy idea. You guys are foolish fools who only do foolish things.
Shh. Wrong game. Mr. Jigoku, one last detail. Who was your counterpart in Britain? Who was the mastermind behind the assassin exchange? Nothing you say now can make matters any worse for you. Just tell us!
Enough! I've already told you. That I cannot say.
Even though, as things stand, you may very well never set foot in your homeland again.
What are you waiting for? Can't we get this over with now? It's finished. All of it. I'm finished.
What do you mean? Then, in the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I now pronounce the findings of the court. The man before us admitted to the willful murder of Tobiason. It's so laggy! It probably says guilty. Sashiro Jigoku, it is the opinion of the court that you should be found guilty.
It wasn't our job to protect him. Oh no, it was to protect Van Zeeks. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, did we lose?
No.
And demanding by this closed court. Goku signed a written confession, admitting the consequent of the body.
Is he lagging for you as well, Shaw?
Yep.
Since it's therefore been established beyond doubt.
Oh, wonderful. Well done, Mr. Naruto.
Yes, thank you.
But like the judge anyway. Is something wrong?
I'm just a little troubled by his silence.
You know, I don't know how good this will do for the nation's population, like
I just
Japan, because both of the.
It just kicked me out. It was like, no, fuck you. You're not allowed to see the stream.
That's what happened to me yesterday. Anyway, I feel like it's kind of bad that Jijoku is found guilty because like now twice, England's most notorious murderers and occupiers are Japanese men.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Well, you know who's going to war?
Plus, I feel even more bad for Judge Goku because he was like, he didn't like, it wasn't like premeditated. It was just his job. And it's clear that like if he didn't fulfill his duty, then like, something really bad would happen to him.
You think the whole first trial was for was pointless? It's like get Giselle Brett off the hook anyway or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Kazuma's dad is still alive and he's the Reaper.
He's the Reaper. Oh no.
The true identity of the Reaper of the Bailey and this extraordinarily assassin exchange. We do remain in the dark about these mysteries. However, against the defendant in this trial. We have reached a conclusion. I have every intention of pursuing both mysteries. As a prosecutor.
Is he throwing shit at Kazuma?
As you wish. Now for a formal adjudication. Excuse me.
Objection.
I hereby declare the defendant Brock von Zieks.
Yeah.
Prosecution calls for education to be deferred.
Counsel.
Accused innocence hasn't been fully established at all. Therefore, it'd be wrong to deliver a verdict at this time. That is the prosecution's unwavering position.
Right. Because he's been ruled out. He's been ruled out as the murderer, but like, we haven't ruled him out as the Reaper. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What?
Jijoku's already confessed. Nevertheless, Brock von Zieks has committed crimes for which he must be punished.
Well, it's clear that you have information that the court needs to prosecute. So,
Certainly, the murder of Inspector Gregson was actually carried out by Shishiro Jijoku. It's clear from the witness testimony that he was occurred into complying with the pilot to this sick, merciless assassin exchange.
That may be true, but
All I want to know is who concurred Jijoku? Who's pulling the string? This victim went to France having been ordered to a mission for the Reaper, only to be murdered. In other words, the mastermind behind the assassination exchange is someone in position to give such an order. Or already established the Reaper himself. I just had a theory. Game theory.
in theory.
Oh, cause like in Ace Attorney, every character gets like his own resolve or whatever. I find very weird how Van Zieks would be, you know, the Reaper. It wouldn't make sense.
because he's not. It's got
Yeah,
to be
so it needs
Strongheart.
to be someone. It needs to be someone else in like higher position. I'm
It
like,
has to be Strongheart.
it's like in a game for Strongheart, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's definitely straight. Because they say that Ace Attorney loves to do foreshadowing. Like, okay, there's only one truth that can be told. Like, there's only one person who can do it, and then they present something that, like, right next to it, something for that person. So I feel right now with
Gee, I
Strongheart.
wonder.
It's like, who is the only one in position to do this? Who is the one who can be the judge? Or like, okay, like, think about it.
And also,
He's
like,
a-
Strongheart was pretty quick to end the trial. He was like, "Oh, okay. We found the culprit. Let's go. Let's move this along."
yeah.
So it's like it's almost as if they were to investigate it further, they would find out that he is the Reaper. You know?
So I never trust anyone who does it out his window.
I will teach this tradition to my descendants for the rest of time. They will be doing it out their windows.
Prosecution hereby formally accuses the man in the dock, Brock von Zieks, of being the Reaper of the Bailey, and furthermore, going to prove his guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
What? What?
Didn't they say that, what's his name? Strongheart was also in the case 10 years ago?
He was very, very loosely involved. Oh yeah.
Like
Aw,
Big
you
Mac
get-
with fries.
You get to say order, or I always want to say order.
Oh,
I want the
Shaw.
Big Mac with fries.
Yeah, all you have to do is go to the nearest McDonald's and be like, order.
Order.
Sorry, that was a bad.
Order. The Reaper of the Bailey is a long-standing mystery council. Why do you suggest that some new information is to build the case?
Oh,
You
we'll
have
be
some
here
information.
for like 12 weeks.
God has already investigated Lon Van Zieks very thoughtful in that regard, and he found no evidence whatsoever to submit that his claim he is the Reaper. Perhaps, but circumstances now have changed.
What do you mean?
It's already been established that the assassin exchange was negotiated with Jijoku by the Reaper himself, which means we now have a new line of questioning by which to identify definitively the man's identity. What is the prosecution's intention here?
I must say I'm surprised by quite how tenaciously you appear to want to besmirch my name.
You are guilty of an unforgivable crime, Lord Van Zieks. And I will bring justice for you, whatever it takes.
You killed my brother!
But
Your dad killed my brother!
That explains
your
his
fault.
was silenced before. He'll stop at nothing to finish what Lord Van Zieks and willingly started 10 years ago.
Very well. Well, as it is extremely irregular, I will on occasion grant the prosecution further opportunity for witness testimony. The defendant will disclose any known involvement he has with the Reaper with the Assassin Exchange.
I thank you, my lord, for guiding the court so wisely.
Now give me a hug. I have a question for a supplementary hearing.
I think I figured the reason my
The ghosts
internet
agree.
glitching out.
Are the other wires loose? Oh, jeez.
Oh, because of gravity. Because it's like it's upside down, so gravity's like pulling it away from the plug.
It's
That's why-
upside down?
Yeah. So like gravity's pulling it away from
Flip
the
it
thing.
over!
Yeah, that's what I did. I flipped it over. Now it's fine. So
Oh my god.
Pray turn a blind eye to the discord see, as I verify that this vile and unremitting accusation hasn't soured the contents of my hallowed chalice.
Yeah, it's fine now. Please, don't flip it over like that.
It's upside down.
Lord Van Zieks!
I first had to suffer the pseudonym of the Reaper 10 years ago now. Ever since that time, I've been doing the weight of my implied guilt that's gone with it. So, I welcome the chance to testify now and crush those allegations once and for all.
Good. Let justice decide, Lord Van Zieks. Prosecution seeks to begin building its case by calling the accused to the stand to the primary witness. Order that he may answer the accusations brought by the prosecution that he is the Reaper of the Bailey.
And what says the defense?
Fuck yeah! Anyway, putting the defense in the witness stand can be extremely dangerous. Azuma is emotionally so unstable at the moment. He's not thinking logically. It's like you
You're
and
right that he's not
Naruto.
himself. If he was, we would have come from the closet like 20 minutes ago. But I knew it would be like this. And I came here today determined to face him through whatever might arise. As a lawyer and as his friend.
I just imagine like Susato in her brain like, oh my god, this trial could have ended so earlier.
He's like,
Everybody would
I wanna
listen
go
to me.
home.
I want to go back to Japan.
Dude,
They're about to invent anime.
The defense has no objection, my lord.
Very well, defendant, you will take the witness stand.
What?
And give formal testimony on the subject of the involvement of the Reaper and the Assassin Exchange. As you wish, my lord. I've never taken the life of another, nor have I instructed to kill. I've been investigating the truth behind the Reaper for years, and I was aware of Gregson's involvement. That being the reason why I went to Fresno that day, and how I came to discover the body. The point is, no common thread exists between myself, Gregson, and Dr. Wilson. Clearly, therefore, there's no reason to suspect me of being behind the Assassin Exchange. So you deny all accusations by the prosecution? Both that you are the Reaper of the Bailey and that you masterminded the Assassin Exchange. I acknowledge that the public at large believe me to be the Reaper. However, that's a fallacy which I alone am in position to forswear.
naturally, the prosecution believes that the testimony just given by the accused will be untrue. Rionos Knahudo,
That's me. Yes?
When boys say the full name.
let me ask you, why are you still here? Just to suffer? What do you really bring to this courtroom?
You do. A desire to uncover the truth.
To cover your clothes.
Hold up. My mic fell. Okay.
She stuffed her mic
Even
into
if
a
it's-
bag of chips.
What am I, Kira from Death Note?
Yum yum yum.
Even if the truth proves your client to be guilty?
From all
Yes.
my experiences in this courtroom, I've come to realize something. The truth can't be hidden. Sooner or later, it will come out.
Just like you.
So it's always my intention to work with my client in pursuit of the truth.
I want you to remember what you just said.
Enough dilatory chit-chatter. Counsel for the defense, proceed to cross-examine the witness.
Yes, my lord. I know exactly what you're thinking, Kazuma. I know
Go
you're just
out my
waiting to
window!
point it out. That I haven't
Stop throwing it
zipped
out the
my
window!
zipper. The contradiction you're convinced lies somewhere within this man's testimony.
I will unzip your clothes.
I wasn't looking at you, Your Honor. I was looking at the man across me. Okay. Oops. Do we press or do we just present?
No. You just present.
Defeat the horns.
Well,
At the point he's coming Fred.
well.
Oh, I was here, I wonder.
It can't be that easy, right?
You're missing one of the guys. You're missing the
We are
third
missing
guy.
one. No, it said okay. It's not or, it's and. Okay. John Wilson. Okay. Zeke's. Gregson! All three!
You did! Bingo!
Bingo! Bingo!
Objection!
That's fast. What is this? An autopsy report. Wait, this is 10 years old from the autopsy of Clinton Van Zeeks.
Oops.
What? You can't see me.
I'm pleased to see the defense doesn't intend to run from undeniable truth.
Order in court. What reason do you have for presenting a 10-year-old autopsy report there, counsel?
The autopsy report of the professor's final victim. Okay, wait. Why would he order them killed? They literally helped him find the murderer of his brother.
I mean, there could be a cover-up. We've been for cases like that.
No,
you
but
know.
why would he? That's really implausible. It's like, thank you for helping my brother. Now die.
Die!
It's like some backwards Ace Attorney investigations too.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say the name, but I didn't want to spoil it for anyone.
Okay.
Say their name.
Yes. The autopsy report of the professor's final victim. I tend to forget that Investigations 2 is still relatively new. Is an indelible link between Inspector Gregson, Dr. Wilson, and the defendant.
Not that accursed name again. The professor.
I've personally researched all of the court's records relating to that case. All the time the autopsy was considered sacrilege. The victim's soul. For a member of the aristocracy, like Lord Khalid Van Zeeks, it was unthinkable. Someone. Where am I stuck? Okay. Just trying to rewrite my brain. Hold up.
Rewrite your brain.
But someone implored that the power that would be allowed to the autopsy to go ahead. Inspector Gregson
Wow, that was a good rewrite. Yeah.
declared that he was certain that we obtained the conclusive proof for the procedure. Was Dr. Wilson who conducted the autopsy? Signature is clearly visible in the document.
As promised by Greg, the autopsy did indeed produce evidence. Evidence that conclusively proved Genshin Impact was guilty of the murders.
No!
In my brother's dying moments, he mustered all his remaining strength to leave that vital clue behind.
Mustard.
Indeed, that was the key to indicting the professor of his crimes and the conclusive evidence that convicted him. It enabled Lord Van Zeeks here to avenge his brother's senseless death with a marvelous victory in court.
A marvelous victory, was it? Wonder if that's really true.
Manitoba says, I'm laughing so hard at the Death Note joke. Oh, because he mentioned Kira.
Yes. Altered, I see.
What?
My wrong voice. What?
The same be said if it turned out that the key piece of evidence in question was in fact factable. If the inspector and the coroner and the prosecution all collided together, cast an innocent Japanese man as a mass murderer to send him all to his death.
That's outrageous.
Nora, your face is outrageous. And now 10 years later...
Your face is sexy!
Oh, thank you. The secret has been...
I wonder how many times people say that to Kazuma on the streets, like, you're really handsome.
I know. Just why the inspector and the coroner had to be silenced, isn't it? Is someone in power in Japan and in Britain using the two killers?
Sorry, that was too early.
Order at once.
Executed for the assassination exchange.
Order at once.
Years ago, my father was convicted in this very courtroom as a mass murderer to be silenced, sentenced to death.
Well, he
It
was.
was all sham, and I swore to myself I'd prove it.
William Shakespeare!
Why? Stop! Shut up! Oh my god. This is why I had to become Britain's I had to become a British.
Oh, I'm William Shakespeare! Oh, you will have to forgive me if you feel compelled to toast this vengeful Nipponese to not your purpose here!
Where did you come from?
Excuse me, however, he who fails to quash his emotions in the courtroom has failed as a lawyer.
Come on,
God, I
Kazuma.
think we got the wrong killer.
You know this won't wash. You know this won't wash. This stain on my shirt, it won't wash.
Like your balls!
You're claiming your
Imagine
father
if
was
the wig is actually
misrepresented.
Shakespeare and you just stole it.
I refuse to believe it. It's like Jar Jar being a Sith Lord. It's like William Shakespeare was behind it all along.
It was me all along! Oh!
You're claiming your father was misrepresented in a trial that took place a whole decade ago. You must see that without evidence, there's nothing more than a wild accusation.
It's very Star Wars-esque.
It happens.
Really?
I have evidence.
What?
Even they're close, it's like dark side and light side.
Oh yeah, that's right. But why am I wearing dark? I'm not on the dark side.
You're on the dark side.
Okay. I'm on the what's his name? The metal. I'm the metal man. Oh no, I haven't seen Star Wars.
C-3PO.
Anyway. As the court has heard, I crossed the channel to France with Gregson on the 31st. I went with him to the pretext of being the assassin recruited to kill Shishiro Shijoku. With my true intention, or to make the inspector tell me the truth.
What truth? You can't handle the truth.
Truth about evidence. And he acknowledged that I'd been already deduced. There's a close guarded secret about what went on in the autopsy 10 years ago.
What? A secret? I know nothing of any secret.
Oh no, what did they do to the body? What did he do to the body?
Oh no!
It's in the wardrobe!
Oh no. We waited for my supposed mark in Jijoku's cabin and I drew my clan's illustration sword, Karuma, before the inspector's eyes.
Kazuma and Karuma.
He very quickly understood what my true motive was.
I see. You're a Sogi's young lad, are you?
What happened?
Sorry. And what? You're gonna cut me down with that thing? Is that it?
That's a very Gregson thing to say.
It will be very much depending on the answer you give me to my question.
What are you going to do? Stab me?
Quote from Man Stabbed.
Call an ambulance! But not for me!
No, worse. I'm gonna make sure you will never eat fish and chip ever again.
Oh, that's okay. I'm getting kind of fat.
Truth. That's all.
What are you gonna do? Stab me? Before we get into it, let me make one thing clear. Does anyone want to get out? I
Hey.
still believe your father was the professor.
I
There's no
understood
doubt
that
in my
reference.
mind. But unfortunately, back then, we didn't have any evidence we needed to make the crime stick.
Oh, you admitted then. The evidence that used in my father's trial was fabricated.
It was for the good of the country. Anyway, I was just following orders.
Orders? Exactly did you do? Speak!
I'll tell you tomorrow, which I will obviously be alive for. I'm not saying another word. Just like, I'll tell you tomorrow.
Even if your life depends on it.
Oh, that's right. Even then.
So that's when the tip of the sword broke.
Oh, Kasuo-sama.
The tip of the sword struck Gregson's metal balls.
Please stop.
Therefore,
Please
being
stop reading.
lodged.
I'm fine.
Sorry.
And the box is getting more action than you, Ryanosuke.
Oh
There
no!
is no-
What? Ew! That's a good roast though. The box is getting more action than me.
Oh my gosh.
The result of what Colleen Van Ziek's autopsy were fabricated. And the investigation officer Gregson and the lead coroner Wilson must have known about this. They can only have been ordered to prevent. I read it as pervert.
It is pervert.
Oh.
It is.
Oh. Right, okay. The course of justice in the way of by one man. Man leading the case for the prosecution, Barack Van Zieks.
Oh.
In other words, the defendant did have a cause to organize this exchange of assassins.
Exactly. As established earlier,
Oops.
it has
Oops.
it has been the Reaper himself who leashed with Jijoku in Japan arranged the exchange.
Ah.
Barack is my favorite prosecutor, says Zeke.
Really? You think?
I mean-
It's not like your name is Zeke or something.
How many games have you played? What if like he's only played these games?
So, it follows that the Reaper's true identity only be the one of the man who stands in the accused courtroom today, Barack Van Zieks.
You can't see me.
Objection!
Point at you, Naruto, because I can't see him.
Kazuma Sogi. Fuck you.
But
What you just told the court, are you absolutely certain of your fact? Did Gregson really fabricate evidence for the trial 10 years ago?
I heard it with my own ears. Shameful admission.
In that case, I know. The name of the Reaper.
What?
Lord Van Zieks?
I gave no such orders, I know that for certain.
No. I wasn't saying that the name was Lord Van Zieks. I was like, referring to you.
Which narrows down the remaining possibilities to one!
Narrow Odo? If Lord If Lord Van Zieks isn't the one behind all this, then yes, there's only one other person who could have done something like that. I believe I know who it is too.
No, it's not me!
No!
She's like, no, it's not me!
I just had a feeling this name was going to come up. The true identity of the infamous Reaper of the Bailey is...
Strongheart!
Okay.
No! It was me all along! It's me!
You're with me all along. Alright.
Let's think about this.
Do we agree? Let's consider every other possibility.
Gina.
Could have been this
Not
guy.
legally. Maybe.
It was sandwich.
Clearly sandwich. Half of these people were just toddlers when it happened.
And then, yeah, there's no one that seems more admittable than Strongheart.
Yeah. Alright.
Take that!
Take that! The only person who could have arranged the assassin exchange and manipulated the autopsy results is the Lord Chief Justice himself, Lord Male Strongheart.
What? Lord Strongheart?
I will throw you all out the window! What is this bullshit?
You've already thrown millions of children out the window. Yes.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Just unborn children. Oh wait, that's what you're from.
Yeah. Yes, it's true that 10 years ago the defendant handled the prosecution of the professor in court, but he only took over the case after his brother, Lord Clint Van Zieks, had been killed.
I can only assume that the most inappropriate joke in British judicial history. I am King Jordan. I would never do that.
Juliet, did you fucking kill my father?
No.
Well, Lord Van Zieks,
I killed your 12 wives.
King Julian, I'll kill you and just take your feet.
10 years ago, it was very new to my No, get the fuck these Madagascar people out. Get the fuck out.
what
But
are
I'm
you
burning desire to
doing in my
avenge.
swamp?
Avenge my brother's death, so I pleaded for control of that case. The investigation of the report, the supplication of the lords to allow my brother's corpse to be examined. The whole evidence I was given, the autopsy report, it all came from you. I've spent my life since then believing I was in your debt for the way you stood aside and let me handle the trial. But I see now. I was very much mistaken.
It was a hugely influential force that caused the inspector and the coroner to break the law 10 years ago. And that same force was still felt a decade later on the other side of the world by Shishiro Jigoku. Lord Strongheart, everything falls into place when you recognize that you are the Reaper of the Bailey.
There is nothing to explain. Jigsaw fallen into place. Eat my shoes! The court awaits your response, my lord! This may very well go down in British judicial history, but I assure you it's no joke. Consider this a formal accuser by the defense.
Oh, what?
It doesn't warrant a response.
Whoa,
Formal
how did you
accuser.
read that? How
Don't
did
be
you read
absurd.
that? That was up for
It
like
was
less than a
fast.
millisecond.
I was fast. Don't be absurd. The defense claims are utter nonsense. A wild fantasy at best.
You're not going to defend yourself?
You claim there's some wrongdoing with Lord Clint Van Zieks' autopsy. That's utterly untrue. Who's that?
Don't forget
It's
it.
me.
It sounds so like American.
What I heard from the person's own lips. He admitted to it.
And where is your evidence?
Us.
Gregson's dead now. Stand!
Well, you see, they
You
did exactly
say.
just that many years ago. Sorry, many years ago? Many years from now.
I already said my line.
Sorry.
Just say.
I forget how the system works in your little backwater cunt. Oh, he's racist.
Yeah.
But in the courts of the British Empire, without evidence, there is no case. I have no intention of entertaining some wild fantasy that can't possibly be substantiated by anyone or anything. Luckily, I kept all the evidence in my safe, and the combination is 77777. Order in the court.
Wait,
Following.
did you make that did you make his entire accent Irish because the combination was like 777, you know, like
No,
like
no,
a
I just-
leprechaun, like a no.
No,
okay.
no, it's unrelated.
Okay.
It's Scottish.
That's really funny though.
Following Inspector Gregson's murder in the light of Dr. Wilson's death as well, there is really no one who could testify about the event of 10 years ago, is there? So that was the real purpose of the assassin exchange. I didn't say that. That's all you're saying. The court has no business ranking over the cause of a case that was considered a decade ago. The accusal brought by the prosecution and the defense is categorically denied. I take it there are no objections.
Kazuma, he's more or less waited his whole life for this moment. Is there really nothing else we can do now? Is there no other avenue we can go down in pursuit of the truth about what happened all those years ago? If only there was someone who could testify about Clint Van Zieks' autopsy.
Wait, what are we trying to prove? Okay, cousins.
This dude, perhaps?
What are we trying to prove? Wait, what are we trying to prove?
Oh no! We're trying to. We're trying to see if there's someone we can have testify about Clint Van Zieks' autopsy.
Yeah, I guess since he's the only one with the higher up.
Iris Wilson.
I guess it's Iris. Iris can testify.
Okay. Maybe no, she wasn't even. She was like 10 years old. I don't think she remembers anything.
There is one left. There
Let's
has
look
to
at
be
the
one.
autopsy report and see if there's anyone else who was involved.
Is that your son, Doc? I mean,
I don't know,
might as
man.
well be Mr.
I'm leaning towards the warden. This dude,
It's gossip. It's gossip.
or maybe it was Mikatoba.
Look at you.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
no,
I
because
thought
he
you
was
were
like
talking
he was good friends with Wilson. So maybe he was the president,
Yeah.
and he was a student. So maybe he was like there to study the autopsy or something. I don't know.
Okay, it can only be him, the wardener, and gossip. Okay.
Gossip,
What's
Gossip for sure.
Oh la la.
You mean Wiggly Wiggly?
Wiggly Wiggly.
No, gossip. I don't
Anyway.
mean wiggly. Gossip.
He's
Are
gone
they
to
the same person?
extraordinary lengths to cover his tracks, even so far as dispatching an assassin all the way to Japan to ensure Dr. Wilson's silence. And Dr. Sythe won't say anything against Strongheart. But there's still one ray of hope. Objection!
No, you just get objectified like a woman.
Alternatively, maybe no, yeah, Wiggly Wiggly, yeah.
Wiggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
I love that name.
Was Wiggly Wiggly involved in the autopsy?
I mean, he did pose as Gregson.
I thought he was just a guard.
Well,
Am I wrong?
was he a guard? No, he was the chief.
was,
The chief. Was he? I'm not sure if he was the warden, but he was like he was in a position of leadership. I remember.
He was in charge. You got fired 10 years, 10 years ago. So like exactly when the professor case took place.
Well, right
Plus,
after.
he did.
This was after he
he
was he
also,
got
like-
this was after he got the death sentence.
So like, what's I forgot. Wait. Oh yeah, I did participate. I did. I forgot how you say that. You like imitate someone, but like impersonated Gregson. So
Yeah.
Maybe. Actually,
I was just joking because JPEG likes to say gossip.
there is one person. One person who could still testify about that autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous. There is no one left.
Oh, we know scared. Who? Tell me.
Kazuma,
Please, this trial can't end. Not yet.
I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for the truth.
Whoa.
Stop.
The person the
So
defense
gay.
would like to call to the stand to testify about the autopsy of Lord Clint Van Zeeks is. So who's our first suspect? Is it Wiggly Wiggly?
No, the water it was still wiggly wiggly. Let's call Gregson to the stands.
Yeah. Wait, actually,
Go, Maya!
what happens if we do that?
Choose you.
Are they gonna be like?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Actually, I
Spirit
genuinely want to see what
channeling.
happens.
I don't think anything's gonna happen.
Oh, what? Not even
try,
like a unique
you can try.
response.
You can try. Let's
It's
see.
like, it's
Hold
like,
on. I think I've unlocked my future ancestors. Oh, I like hamburgers now.
Is Susato gonna be is Susato also Phoenix's ancestor?
denied. That's it. Are you serious? What do you mean? I
Denied.
want to know why. That's it. Ah.
Denied.
Okay.
The mastermind was me all along. I time traveled.
And the wardener, right?
Yeah, let's try. Take that. What?
Denied.
Did what? I want to know why.
I wonder how. I wonder why.
Alright. Let's try Mikatoba.
Oh, Lisa Brown.
Take that!
Heavens help us, another
Okay.
Japanese.
An expert in forensic medicine, my lord. Professor Eugen Mikatoba. 16 years ago, he came to London with Shishiro Jigoku and Genshin Impact as a visiting student.
And what could his testimony possibly tell us?
Professor Mikitoba was the primary assistant during the autopsy in question.
Oh, I
Actually,
completely
she
forgot he
doesn't
was
say dad.
the primary assistant.
She doesn't say dad because she doesn't
My
respect him.
dad!
Has actually penned the report.
Incorrect. The autopsy is carried out by the coroner, Dr. Wilson. The report carries his signature.
It was the primary assistant's duty to keep a written record of the coroner's work during the procedures. Always died. Actual fact, coroner merely read over the report at the end and signed it.
In other words, Professor Mikatoba witnessed the entire autopsy from start to finish. The defense demands that Professor Mikatoba be summoned as a witness as a matter of urgency. Whatever really happened in that autopsy laboratory 10 years ago is something only he can tell us.
What do you mean? The defense demand is denied.
What? Denied? I want to know why.
Professor Mikitoba is in London right now. We could summon him to the stands at any minute.
No,
Okay, do it, bitch.
of course he's not going to agree to it. Strongheart has no intention of summoning anyone who knows. He's too concerned about protecting himself.
Hey, bitch. Prosecutor Sogi, let me refresh your memory, as you seem to have forgotten the prosecution's stance. Only minutes ago, you accused the defendant of being the Reaper and masterminding the assassin exchange.
I did, yes.
So present your evidence for those claims and make your case complete.
At that time, I didn't have the requested evidence, but that's exactly what we need to witness a testimony. I don't need all
Professor-
that.
Case is closed. There are no clues in the distant past that will bolster your argument today. I'm afraid to say, Prosecutor Isogi, that you will appear to be possessed by the spirit of your late homicidal.
Ooh!
Oh, holy.
From homicidal to
That's your
homosexual.
fucking dreams, bitch.
From homicidal to homosexual. That's his character arc.
Yeah.
Now, as I stated earlier, the court has already reached a conclusion with respect to the matter at hand. Inspector Gregson was murdered by the Japanese Supreme Court Judge Shishiro Jigoku. As for any hidden circumstance that may exist, they will be investigated in due course by the proper authority.
Objection!
What the? Who is it now?
But we all know what will happen. That'll just give the mastermind of the whole venture time to cover his tracks again. Sorry, I looked at my pocket for a second.
Your punishment for this condemnatory behavior will be decided at a later date. As for you, Prosecutor Asogi, you will be remanded following these proceedings. Willingly, I trust, since you gave your word. This futile game of revenge is over. Young Master Asogi. Sorry, young Small B Asogi. What a loser. He can't even break the witness stand. What a fucking loser.
Weak!
Family's outside, like, what the fuck?
Unlike my best friend, I mean some random guy that I don't know about. This will be Wait, what? This will be all for Courtney's Jun.
Hold it. Oh, it's him.
Oh! Yes, indeed! Oh!
Mr. Sholmes!
This is no place for amateur detection, Mr. Sholmes. I may remind you that proceedings are closed to the general public. You will leave the courtroom at once.
Objection! Mr. Sholmes was instrumental in the apprehension of Shishiro Jigoku before he fled from Europe. The court should hear what he has to say.
Oh no, my Strongheart! Hello, hello! Oh, there we go. It's imperative that you refrain from bringing this trial to the end of the stage. Is it really? And why would that be? Oh, you only need to record your own words for the opening of the trial to answer the question. We will stop at nothing to... We'll stop at nothing to uncover the truth behind the disturbing findings. Surely it can't be. Oh, that the shock of the accused by being the Reaper yourself is erased from your memory, can it? The whole truth, sir, has now already been uncovered. Fuck you! It would seem that we have a great many important members of the judiciary present here today. I put it to you, dear fellows, should the trial end at this juncture? After all, why have you invited to attend? To nod along the provocations of your superiors?
Whoa, look at this guy.
Hey.
What the fuck are you talking about? Order in the court. It seems to me that we stand before the door that leads to the new era of legal practices. A door that is ajar. Let us emerge from the shadows of the Reaper's decade-long century. For you and you alone, my dear fellows, have the power to push this door open right now. The auditors in the gallery have no right to express an opinion on court proceedings. Silence!
Yes, if it calls to end, it must.
What will they
like
really do?
This is dark according to scenes. Dark things indeed.
What? What? Trojans go out, summon the winners!
That's right. We need to clear up there to before something.
Oh.
I have a time
Oh,
machine!
he woke
Me! I have a time machine! Renegade yourself, my lord!
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, the foundation of British law!
But the truth.
And he gets judged. Joke. Those to my recording.
Oh wow, listen to that. Did you hear that?
Oh! It seems like they're saying testicles. I can't. Well, my lord.
Testicles! Testicles! I should say
The
that
voice
out
of
loud.
British justice.
The voice of British justice calls for testicles.
Testicles. Pull down your pants and do it out the window. Do it right now in the courtroom. I think you'll find a rather awkward silence. Pull your pants right down and do it in the courtroom. I'll throw you all out my window. The courtroom will reach safely. I have no intention of shrinking from the allegations. I hate shrinkage. Bailiff, arrange for the subpoena of the witness at once.
Okay.
As soon as the gentlemen are to the courtroom, we will reconvene. Oh, a recess won't be necessary, my lord. Pardon. Mikitomo is a close friend of mine. He accompanied me today and is waiting in the actor chamber as we speak. I do believe he's been enjoying a little trip down memory lane, in fact.
Professor Mokitoba is here in this courtroom.
Hello. Mr. Sholmes, you didn't know that this would happen, did you?
Oh, I have the walkthrough. My dear fellow, no one is in a better position to answer that question than you, Shirley.
I wasn't just asking for the fun of it, you know.
Of course, he has the fucking walkthrough.
Well, I must thank you for your assistance in this matter, Mr. Holmes. However, you are of no further use here. Kindly leave the courtroom at once. Oh, but of course, in truth, I find myself rather busy now as a result of these developments. Mr. Naruhodo,
Ah, yes?
I trust you have Iris' little lucky charm with you, ho!
Absolutely. It's still in my pocket.
She sends her regards, and reminder, if you find yourself at a dead end, the ear's at your disposal. Just one tug, if you please. Please, just one tug, please. It hurts.
Oh, of course. You motherfucker. I'm gonna tug it as much as I want.
In that case, the trial will continue without delay. Bailiff, show the witnesses to the stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello! Yes, indeed.
So it's Lord Strongheart. He's the Reaper of the Bailey. Where exactly is this trial going to take me, I wonder? Just how deep am I about to be plunged into the blackness of the
No,
abyss?
Daniel, you're very quiet.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm ready.
Sorry, I'm just saying for you, man.
I'm ready to head into the heart of this maelstrom and confront whatever horrors it tries to drown me under.
Oh, is that the pun in his name?
Maelstrom? Strongheart?
Maybe.
What, maelstrom? Oh! Wow, that's a good pun.
It's quite good fun, ho-ho! Oh shit, I missed it, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I was waiting for it. I was like, oh, where is it?
You're not getting the satisfaction of it! No one is getting the satisfaction of it! Oh-ho!
Man.
Alright.
Oh wait, are we stopping
Oh.
here?
We'll do a little bit so we have less to do on Saturday. We'll do a little
Okay,
bit.
okay.
Do like 10 minutes. A little
Maybe
less
better
on
to-
Saturday.
Wouldn't it be better to have Saturdays the longest day?
I mean, it turns like 4 hours into like 3 hours 50 minutes, you know? Just take out 10 minutes.
Witness, please state your name and occupation for this court.
Yojin Mikitoba, lecturer in forensic medicine at the Imperial Yuma University in Tokyo, Japan.
Professor Mikitoba, the young lady beside you is.
Oh, I adopted her. This is Dr.
Meh.
She's my daughter now.
My only daughter.
My only
I have no other
daughter.
one.
Emphasis on only daughter.
I only met her a day ago, and I love her with all my heart.
This is Dr. Maria Gori, Scotland Yard's practicing coroner. The daughter of Dr. Sythe, I understand. Yes,
Sythe?
Dr. Sythe. I'm afraid I can't tell you why she's here. She just appeared.
Honestly, forgot what was her voice. I should like give it something distinctive because Kazuma is like the same as what I gave her. I think.
Marceline.
Make her sound more
I
unhinged.
don't know how to imitate fucking Marceline.
Daddy, mommy, why did you kill that guy?
Summon this strange Japanese man as a witness to that autopsy.
That's a good voice.
Oh wait, Wednesday.
Wait,
But once
Adams.
it's exactly
Oh,
like
yeah.
Kazuma. It's like you don't understand. I have one low, not low, really voice that's feminine. I'm not that versatile, JPEG. I have limitations.
You don't
But
know,
why?
Mama.
Makes no sense. She was there too.
that's about the size of it. I've had her
No,
eyes
so
boring
one
into
thing
the
about
side of my
size.
cheek constantly, whilst I was in the antechamber too. Poor man, the idea of it's making me shudder.
The revelations about Dr. Hyde that came to light some days ago. That was only some days ago? What the fuck? Days ago defiled the reputation of the entire judiciary. It's been a long fucking few
Yeah,
days for them.
Jesus Christ.
She was therefore deemed until unfit to appear as a witness in today's proceedings. She's also in jail. The Ministry of Justice decision stands on the matter. We wouldn't want any more perjury to be committed, would we? God
The
damn.
Ministry of Justice. Some questionable strings are being pulled, I think.
I remember you, Dr. Mikitoba. But I certainly never expected to be meeting you under these circumstances.
Yes, it's been a long while, Lord Strongheart. Shaw.
Years ago.
Oh, can you say that again?
Prosecution understands that you were visiting a student of forensic science in London until 10 years ago.
That's right. I studied under Dr. Wilson
What's wrong?
at St. Sinners.
So you were present at the autopsy of my brother, Lord Clint Van Zeeks.
We can look at each other. I don't know why we're staring off into the distance. I was, yes. I assisted Dr. Wilson with the entire
I'm
procedure.
staring at you.
I can see through your soul. Once far more skilled at this any Japanese man.
Well, Dr. Wilson asked me to be his primary assistant on that occasion. And this autopsy report was actually penned by you, I believe. Yes, I noted all the doctor's findings, and when we were done, he read through the document and signed it.
Poor Mama. As a secondary assistant, she wouldn't have such a good view of all that inert. So, Professor, you remember Inspector Gregson?
Yes, of course. If it wasn't for his insistence, Lord Van Teek's autopsy would never have happened. But he was absolutely convinced that it would reveal decisive evidence against Genshin, you see. So Lord Strongheart had to entreat the nobility to allow it to take place. Do correct me if I'm wrong, my lord.
Okay, I will.
It was the result of the autopsy that a mass murderer was apprehended and justice was done.
Gregson admitted that before he was killed, he admitted the result of the autopsy were fabricated. You were there at the time, so you must testify. An obligation to tell the truth about what really went on.
Absolutely. That's precisely why I'm here.
That is why.
I'm here too.
You were 9 years old at the time. I'm really not sure why you're here, Gory.
We'll
What
fucking
do you have to
never
offer in this
Shut
courtroom?
the fuck up.
Very well. Wait, wrong one. Very well then. You will give your formal testimony now, witness. Before you begin, a word of warning.
Oh?
Don't talk. You will state truthfully and accurately what So, and what you heard at the time.
What? You said don't talk. I wouldn't dream of doing otherwise, my lord.
The moment your testimony verges on supposition, I will expel you from the courtroom and throw you out the window. Remember that. Remember me. Remember me. Remember Remember
Oh, you
me?
mean my girlfriend?
I remember.
Oh wait, no, that was someone.
From my own observations, I couldn't say there was any indication of the autopsy results having been fabricated. Death resulted from a wound made by a Western-style sword transfixing the heart. That I found a little strange.
There was no other sign of internal injury. Nothing questionable at all.
How the fuck did you know that? What?
It was just a beautiful but dangerous piece of evidence removed from the man's stomach.
Stop talking. You were 9 years old. What? You were
Wait,
there.
why am I talking? Why am I talking?
You were
Presumed to have
there.
been by the victim as a way of posthumously identifying the assailant.
To remind you,
I only had like one
your
line. What
daughter's
are these
friend-
people doing here? Why am I here?
So to remind you, your daughter's friend has literally invented a bunny and a mouse that can tuck someone's ear to communicate. I think me remembering that isn't that much of a stretch.
Yes, but you're
No
not
indication.
Irish.
Nothing? Suggested fabrication?
Professor Mikatoba, are you certain about that? Well, nothing that I actually, why don't you ask Miss Gory here? It seems like she remembers every single detail about the autopsy. Alright?
At least I don't have to plug your neck without anyone suspecting. So you better shut the fuck up.
Alright. You're the one
You
with
can
the
tell what
weapon.
kind of looks like Gomez Adams.
Gomez Adams? Who's Gomez Adams again?
Adams family.
Oh,
Use
yeah.
your imagination. Use your imagination.
It doesn't. Okay, no, he doesn't.
He has the energy.
No, sorry.
I mean, he has the mustache.
He did the
The
tap
mask is the
dancing.
only thing.
He did the tap
What's the
dancing.
JPEG you'd like? You said we're gonna be finished earlier than usual. You liar.
Or almost.
Well, nothing that I could possibly identify as such, much less swear to in testimony.
Well, that clears things up nicely. Was he doing the Matt on guard thing with the glass, bourbon or whatever? The only fabrication here, Asogi, has come from you.
What?
Get on your hands and knees. You claim Inspector confessed before his death, but that is the fabrication.
Oh, he really acknowledged it. I swear he did.
Really? With the tip of his sword at his throat, the man is clearly at his wit's end. The court will give no credence to this confession that was uttered in obvious desperation. Quite simple. There's nothing questionable about the investigation of Claude Clint Van Zielik's death. And with his testimony, we have, without question, uncovered the whole truth of the matter.
If I may, my lord.
No, you may not.
There is most certainly something questionable about it, and the whole truth does rather elude us, I feel. Oops.
I beg your pardon, Simon. I beg your pardon.
Well, you're obviously aware of the facts of the case. All 4 of the professor's previous victims died when an enormous beast was set upon them that ripped out their throats.
Owie.
Oh, how horrifying crimes.
But
It's like the
curiously,
Wednesday show, for real.
Killer's last victim, Lord Clint Van Zeek, suffered a different fate.
Yes, you're right.
Stabbed through the heart with a sword.
And you're to blame. That's enough. You give love a bad name. I believe I warned you about this, witness. I promised to curtail your testimony as soon as it entered the realms of supposition or speculation.
Very well, my lord. In that case, the defense will pursue a conclusion to this during the cross-examination.
What?
I have the right to cross-examine every witness after testimony,
No, you don't.
and I fully intend to exercise that right.
Nosuke. I'm afraid that even the president judge has no authority to contravene with the letter of law. As I'm sure the member of the jury present in the gallery would agree. There's no juries, but like, yes.
Yeah, there's no jury. Very well, you may begin, counsel. However, the moment of your argument strays from the established facts. I will not hesitate to bring the cross-examination to an end. Proceed with caution.
Yes, my lord.
And also, you may only begin 21 hours from now.
Oh,
And we'll see you guys next time.
see
You
ya.
guys next time.
Bye bye.
I have to